What is up, everybody? It's your boy Nash, getting ready here for Week 18. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers going on here for our early slate on Saturday night. Saturday, I should say. Saturday night will be our next game that we'll be doing right after this game, which is the Seahawks 49ers. Damn, Carolina runs zone 84% of the time. That's gonna be huge for the Bucs today. That's for sure. So yeah, let me know who you guys have today's games. San Francisco and Seattle, and Carolina and Tampa. Who do you guys have? Let me know why. I would love to see your opinions, obviously. Looks like somebody's down already. So yeah, once again, hello guys. Welcome to the live stream. Oh wow, that one had 82 views. I did not know that. That live stream had 82 views. What? Holy crap-a-doodle. Wow. I did not know I got 82 views after I ended it. I saw when we ended that live stream, it's about 50 views. I was like, ew. That's a little sad. But here we go. Buccaneers gonna start off with the drive in the game. They're gonna start off for the game for us. The 8-8 Panthers and the 7-9 Buccaneers underway here. Baker under center. Gonna hand it off to Irving. Bucky, nice gain there for about 8 yards. More than likely, actually, might have been a first down. That's the classic. The Bucs need to run their classic stuff. These past couple weeks, they've been overthinking, overdoing it. Because last week, they lost in a close one versus Miami, which is ultimately really sad. If you lose a close one versus a shitty team, it's mentally a blowout. So, yeah, because that means you probably threw or gave up multiple turnovers, which versus a competitive playoff team, that's a blowout. Gotta take opportunities. Mayfield under center, gonna give it to Irving again. Irving getting the first down. On a rainy day here in Tampa, Florida. Mayfield, play action this time. Mayfield, out route, caught. Evans, first down. Gain of 12 yards there for the Buccaneers. Nice, simple play action. You know, back-to-back runs that got over 13 yards combined. Now going back to the play action, the bread and butter. And he's not even using his gloves for this game, which is understandable. Mayfield, gonna hand it up to Bucky. Bucky. 4 to 5 yards on that gain. Nice one by Irving. Mayfield gonna give it to Irving. Gonna try the left side. Gonna about 3 yards there. Gonna make it 3rd and short. Once again, a very rainy day here in Tampa. Evans just drying off his hands to make sure he can catch the next pass. Mayfield gonna hand it off on 3rd and short. Irving gonna get the first down. First down, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. Mayfield, play action. Mayfield has time. Mayfield gonna keep it for himself. Mayfield gonna get about 9 yards there. Nice gain by Baker Mayfield. Short of the first, though. What's up, my boy Jacob? How we doing, bro? No gaming this time, Jacob. This time we're watching a game instead of playing a game. Mayfield, the quick game, first down, Cade Otton, inside the 20, and now inside the red zone for the Bucs. Nice drive here to start off. What is up, my boy from another mother? JT? That's tough, JT. JT and NT. You love to see it, bro. You love to see it. You love to see it. Mayfield caught! Touchdown! Cade Otton for the first touchdown of the night. Nice start for the game for the Bucs. That might be Cade Otton's first touchdown of the season. Nice touchdown to start off the night. Or day, sorry. Keep on saying night. Yeah, I was about to say, that's his first touchdown of the season. Touchdown, Cade Otton, their starting tight end. All right, and we'll be back right after this. And once again, we are back on. Hello, everybody. First drive was a great start for the Bucs. They did not have a single play that was a loss of yards. That was a really good drive there. The run game was really well. All the passes that they ran were play action. Mike Evans had a good, nice 11-yard reception there on that first down. Really great start for the Bucs, and Cade Otton was the man that caught the touchdown for 6. And we are back on here, and the Panthers are going to get the ball. And a touchback, and Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers come out here to start off. So let's look at this last play here for the touchdown. Single high safety usually gives you the sign it's Tampa cover 3. He reads that, gonna run a quick post, and a beautiful touchdown there for Mr. Cade Otton, number 88. It's a really rainy day there in Tampa. I'm not gonna lie. Man, I really need to get a haircut. Here we go. Under center here to start off for the Panthers. Bryce Young. Rico Dowdle. Gonna need a great game today, and that's not a good start there. Tackled by Mr. Vita Vea. And there's a flag on the play. Man, I gotta keep you on. Here we go, under center again for the Panthers. Gonna give it back to Rico Dowdle, but slips on the soggy field. Trips left. Single back. Young passing. Gonna throw it to Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard. Gain about a yard if lucky. Third and 10 here for the Panthers. 4-man rush. Young in the middle. Incomplete. Contested catch, but dropped. Antoine Winfield Jr. on the defense. Trying to throw it to Xavier Legette there. You could have ran, so that route was a post. That was a clear post. Antoine Winfield Jr., the safety, did really well covering that post. But Xavier Legette just runs an in route. He has that all day. That's a first down. Easy catch. But he did not run that. And that was a miscommunication with him and Bryce Young. The Bucs started off great with a 3-and-out and a touchdown on back-to-back drives. We'll see if they can do it again. Bing, bang, pow. All right, Tampa going to start the 20 here. Mayfield going to give it to White. First carry of the night for Rashad White. I agree. Derek Brown, man, I've seen that guy do some great things. And a quick pass to Cade Otton and a fast tackle there. Mayfield in shotgun at the 20. Mayfield pressure. Evans caught. Mike Evans first down. Big gain on the corner route. But there is a flag on a play. A 21-yard gain there for Mr. Mike Evans. Pass interference called, but it is declined, and it is a gain of 21. Mayfield gonna hand it up to White. Rashad White. Lucky to even get a yard on that play. Nice defense. A 102 yards to start off this first quarter for the Bucs. Great start. Mayfield. Pressure. Gonna throw the check down to Irving. Irving! Breaking 2 tackles and getting the first down. First and 10 here inside Panther territory. Baker Mayfield 6 for 6, 79 yards and a touchdown passing. Gonna go to the end around to Tez Johnson. Not a whole lot there. About a gain of 4 or 5. Yeah, it was a big gain there by Mike Evans. Second and 5. Play action. Boot. Mayfield. He's going to keep it. Mayfield. Going to try to bounce to the outside. Mayfield first down. And there's going to be a flag here. And Baker Mayfield's heated. That's an aggressive. Like, I've told you guys, one reason why I love Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen is they are not crybabies. Well, they are sometimes crybabies, but they fight hard. They fight incredibly hard, and that's what just happened there. Got them additional yardage. Muffled snap. Mayfield gonna boot again. Mayfield has loads of time. Mayfield gonna take a shot. Wide open. First hit completion for Mayfield. Oh, that's right in your hands. That's in your hands, man. You gotta catch that, bro. I know it's hard because it's rainy, but Irving. You see how rainy it is, though, Jacob? It is super rainy down there in Tampa. Third and 8. Mayfield. Rain might have stopped. Mayfield. Plenty of time. Mayfield gonna try to look for the end zone though. Mayfield, end zone! Incomplete to Emeka Egbuka. Welcome back, Emeka Egbuka. Incomplete. He could have thrown to Egbuka there. Almost tipped. But great defense there. 4th and 8. They're going to kick the 3. Chase McLaughlin. And gets it in. 2 possessions, 2 scores, 1 field goal, and 1 touchdown. We'll be back right after this. Temple hole early for the Panthers. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. Bryce Young going to play action, going to be a little bit more aggressive here. Wide open first down and much more. Pass of 50 inside Buccaneer territory for the first time today. False start there. False start, yeah. Gotta move back 5 yards. Still first down, though, so hopefully it won't change a whole lot. Right. I don't know what the heck he's looking at. Bryce, quick screen to their tight end. Gain about 5 there. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Second and 10 here. All right, the Buccaneers touchdown and a field goal, and the Panthers have the ball but haven't scored nothing. First time in Tampa territory. We'll be back. End of 1. 4th and 8 here. Empty backfield. Sam Martin gonna punt it. Gonna be around the 5, so not a horrible punt there. The Carolina Panthers are basically a roller coaster team this year, and we have no clue what type of team we're gonna see. And right now they're losing 10-0 right now. Mayfield and the Bucks gonna start at the 5. Picks up about 3 or 4 there. Good motion, Godwin. Mayfield passing. Gonna throw it to Irving, but through his hands. Those are the most scary passes, because those could easily be intercepted. Why would it be fun if the Bucks win, huh? I want to know that, Jacob. Why would it be funny? Third and 7. Mayfield outside. Caught. Jalen McMillan for the first down. Mayfield gonna toss it to White. Nice 2 yards, but better defense. Just looking at the win. Well, it's only a 1 game difference. If the Bucks win, then they tie it, and then so this is actually bringing up a great topic, Jacob. And it's gonna be funny to you. Okay, listen to this. So the NFC South is the only team division that is not claimed yet in the NFC. It's the only one that hasn't gotten claimed yet. And there's 4 teams in the NFC South: the Panthers, the Bucks, the Falcons, and the Saints. The Panthers are in the lead to win. keyword the lead because they have the higher record, obviously. But if Tampa wins, they don't mathematically get the playoff spot. Because you would think, oh, Tampa beat Carolina, so Tampa should be ahead, even though they have, it would be the tiebreaker. Wrong. False. Not in this situation. Because Atlanta, if they beat the Saints, then Carolina wins. So the Bucks need to win this game and the Saints to win. But it's intercepted! Wow! What an interception! Straight to him in the rainy night. I love to read my reaction. You're all good, man. I'll see you later, man. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, Jacob, we're gonna be live again tonight, around 7. So let me know if you can be on that stream. I'll send you the link to that one as well, my man. I appreciate you being here, my man. Peace out. Bryce Young already set up in the red zone. Young passing. Young gonna look in the middle. Tannerall to McMillan. Gonna be close to the first down. Around the 9-yard line. First and goal here. Inside the 9. The money zone. Young. Gonna give it to Hubbard to the outside. Hubbard! Breaking 2 tackles, not now. Second and goal here. %51% red zone percentage, which is the bottom half of the NFL. Young passing here. Young has a wide open man. Touchdown! Carolina Panthers back in it. They cash in the takeaway, and they make the game one step closer. All right, and it looks like there might have been a fumble since I was gone. On a rainy day like this, these are gonna happen, guaranteed almost. Looks like the Bucks might have gotten it back. Who knows? And another key factor for this game, our next game, is the Seahawks and the 49ers. That's our next game that we're doing tonight. And that's the battle for the first seed. Clear as day. Here we go. Trey Tucker. That's just all ball slip. But like I said, Seahawks 49ers, whoever wins that game is going to take first place in the NFC playoffs and gets home field advantage, but blown up by a whole bunch of Panthers. Wow. The rookie from Old Miss getting the nice tackle for a stop. Mayfield gonna hand it up to Bucky Irving once again, giving him the workload. Gonna make it about 3rd and 10 here. Gonna flip it short to White. White's gonna get the first down. On 3rd and 10, they get the first down. Gonna give the delayed handoff, but blown up by Derek Brown. Mayfield gonna throw the RPO bubble to White. White gonna get hit hard there, but a nice game there by White on the RPO bubble. Mayfield gonna roll out. Pump faking. Mayfield. First down and much more. Gonna slide down there. First down. Friendly fire. Who is Trey Tucker then? Oh, Trey Tucker's the wide receiver for the Raiders. Mayfield gets sacked. Bobby Brown is down. Third and 15 here for the Bucks. This is good territory for the Panthers. Maybe not so much for the Bucks. Third and 15, just gonna hand it off here. The Bucks are gonna have to punt it away. Trevor Etienne from Georgia. All right, and we'll be back right after this. The Panthers with the ball. Good, take the lead. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we're back on here. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Under center, Young gonna hand it off. Nice defensive line there by the Bucs. One. Young gonna throw. Young gonna roll outside. Young gonna throw and caught. Tedder on McMillan. First down. The rookie. T-Mac, they like to call him. First down. And he comes back for the ball. That is one thing I've told all my girls flag football players to do, is come back to the ball. Don't fade outside. Come back to the ball. Play the man. Young gonna pass. Young gonna take a shot wide open. Caught. First down on the corner route.
Introducing. You don't need it.
What the fuck? Sorry about that.
First.
Gonna give it to Dowdle. This is where Carolina can be aggressive and punch it in the throats. All right, and we'll be back right after this. The 2-minute warning here in Tampa, Florida. All right, and we're back on here. 2nd and 6. Young. Incomplete. No flags. 3rd and 6. Third and 6 here. Young passing. Young gonna throw the out route. Intercepted! Try to get the out route there, but intercepted. That's huge for Tampa. That's definitely an interception. He joggled it at first, but he caught at the end. Intercepted. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Bucs. Irving gonna get a nice gain here. Gonna get about 6 there. Blown up there by the Panthers. It's gonna be 3rd down. Third and medium. Mayfield has time. Gonna run out. Improvise. Mayfield. Time's running out. Mayfield has a wide open K9. First down and goes out of bounds. The awareness, sensational. Wow, sensational play, improvising, going outside of the pocket. And they're going to call timeout. I'll be back right after this. That was a really weird play, last play, before the Panthers called a timeout. Because Tampa had about 45 seconds. Takes their sweet time on 3rd and 5. And then all out, Baker Mayfield improvising for another 15. It gets it down to 13 seconds. Gonna make it 2nd and 3 here. Mayfield gonna hand it up to Irving. Irving gonna get the first down inside the red zone now. Nine seconds remaining in this first half. A puppy wanted to be with me. What I would do in game, exactly. Where does McLaughlin want that kick? Try to get as much yards you can with being reasonable. But Madden, I would take my shot in the end zone. And yeah, they're going to call that last time out with about 5 seconds left for the end of the half. What's up, buddy? Who do you think's going to win the game? Huh? Who do you think? You think the Panthers or the Bucks? Huh? Who do you think? Give me the Bucks. Since they're winning right now at half, I'm going to take the Bucks. That's who I say. $36-yard field goal for the Bucks. 2nd and 8, 5 seconds. And no drama, and it's straight through. There's a flag on the field, though. I've never seen that before. I hope. Bucks get it. Take the lead. We'll be back right after this. All right, 2 seconds remaining in this first half. And they're just going to nail it out. And we're going to have a look at the stats for the first half. All right, we're going to look at these three right here. Bryce Young, 7 for 11, 75 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rico Dowdle, 5 carries, 5 yards only. They got to fix that and fix that now. Daron McMillan, 22 receptions, 25 yards. Baker Mayfield, 10 for 15, 130 passing, touchdown, interception. Bucky Irving has been the frickin' workhorse. 14 carries, 49 yards. And Cade Otton, this is his best game of the season. 4 receptions, 54 yards, and a touchdown. All right, that'll be it for the first half, and we'll be back right after this. For the second half, Panthers get the ball. Bucks have the lead. What is up, guys? We are back on with the Panthers starting possession here for the second half. Rico Dowdle is going to need to do a lot in the second half. He went 5 for 5, 5 carries, 5 rushing yards in that first half. A very poor start for the running game at the beginning of the first half. Spent 22 grand on... They're far. Young gonna throw an out route hitch. Jalen Coker. It's gonna be a 3rd and short here to start off the second half. 3rd down conversions. This is huge. Bucks are 6 for 9, and the Panthers haven't gotten a single first down yet. It's a low pass. That's going to be caught, but it's going to be short for the first down. It's going to be 4th and short, and the Panthers are probably going to go for it here. 4th and 1. Hubbard gonna fight for it and gets it. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog. Young, gonna pass, has time. He's gonna roll out. Incomplete. Might be a flag. But a receiver was in area. Play clock at 1. Young, pressure. Young, gonna take it up the middle. Throwing in the middle, caught. T-Mac, first down. Tedero McMillan, first down on the in route. Backwards pass, that's a fumble. What? That's a fumble. That's dumb. That's a backwards pass. Whoa! Oh, that is so dumb. Oh, the original call was blown an incomplete pass, but ultimately should have been called a backwards pass to where Rico Dowdle should have been able to pick it up and run with it. But he dropped it, and they call it incompletion, dead ball. But then ultimately they reviewed it, and it was classified as a fumbled backwards pass. So then now it was blown dead as a backwards pass, and they said it went out of bounds, even though he clearly recovered it and could have ran for extra yards. Dumb as fuck. Bryce Young passing on 3rd and 16. Gonna throw in the middle, try to get some field goal yards. Levante David on the tackle. It's 54-yard kick here. And it looks to be no good. The Panthers come up empty. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we're back on here after a missed field goal by Fitzgerald for the Panthers. Mayfield passing, 2nd and 6. Pressure gets there. That's a Carolina sack. From the safety position, getting the nice sack there for the Panthers. You're okay, bro. 3rd and 10 here for the Bucs. On 3rd down, they're 4 for 6. 65 yards and 1 interception. Mayfield gonna throw in the middle. Caught. K-Dotton at the 50. He's gonna be short though. Gonna make it a 4th and 3 here. Fourth and 2 here for the Bucs. 45% completion rate on 4th down, 27th in the NFL. Pretty sure that's one worse than the Panthers that are 51%. They're going to take the delay of game, and they're going to punt it. We knew this was going to be a dogfight coming into it, especially with the rain coming into it affected it big time. And now that the rain is dialed down, both offenses are hopefully going to be able to see their peak, especially in the 4th quarter when the rain really gets out of the way. But the only problem is the field's going to still be wet. So the rain's still, no matter what, going to have a factor. Trevor Etienne just going to fair catch it, and the Panthers back on offense. It's going to be a great game tonight. I'm excited. We'll be back right after this. Out of the end zone. Nice catch by Chuba Hubbard. Might have popped out there. We'll see. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Shady for 3. Low rod. First and 10 here after that catch. Gonna move Tommy Trimble. Bryce up the middle. Has time. He's gonna throw it to Tommy Trimble. First down. That's a good throw. I like that angle. It showed the throw and everything. I really like that angle. Tommy Trimble's not having a bad game here. 3 targets, 2 receptions, 21 yards, and got a touchdown. And their only touchdown at the moment. Gonna give it to Hubbard. Hubbard's gonna get about 4 there. 2nd and 6. Under 6:30 to go here in the third. Second to 5. Sorry, not 2nd and 6. Young, gonna hand it up the middle. We were just at 6:30. Now we're at under 6 minutes. That was 30 seconds right there. That is 2 penalties. That is a face mask, bro. You got to call that more. Carolina's 0-5 here on third downs, while Tampa's 60%, 6 for 10. Third and short here, Panthers. Bryce. Gonna throw it deep at the man, McMillan. Caught, first down. Inside Tampa territory, inside the 40. Beautiful throw for the post route, caught. That's all hands right there by T-Mac. That is a great reception by T-Mac. What a rookie this year, man. He is so freaking good, man. But there is a flag. They might call offensive pass interference here for pushing. They're going to call the offensive pass interference, and I absolutely disagree. They have been bailing out the Bucs all night tonight. This game should be completely different right now. Meanwhile, 4-man rush. Bryce, pressure. Going to have to throw it away here. And another turnover punt for the Panthers after a bailed call. Look, because it's a one-on-one, and they called the push 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, which isn't even allowed. Baker Mayfield coming up right after this. Gonna give it to Book on the flat. Are on the edge. Gonna get the first down. Gotta get a Mecca Buka in the game. You have three potential X factors, and Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and a Mecca Buka. Chris Godwin got a touchdown last week versus the Dolphins, so he's a huge factor. Second and 2. Gonna give it to Irving, and he's gonna get the first down. Yep. Oh, you guys can hear me. Okay, great. I thought I muted it. Whoops. So, like I said, this is gonna be a great game because they brought it up. Dan brought it up saying if Tampa scores here, that could be game just because how bad the officiating has been. Guys, I'm really excited for tonight's game. I'll be so for real. I rarely get excited for games unless if it's like the playoffs or Super Bowl. But I'm really excited for tonight's game, guys. This is a playoff game tonight for sure. Bucky Irving getting the first down there. But like I said, guys, I'm so excited for tonight. Oh, it's gonna be a great game. Saturday Night Football, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited, bro. I'm really excited. Mayfield, play action. Gonna have to take it up the pocket. Mayfield, improvising. Mayfield, great awareness. Gonna take a shot. Incomplete, no flags. And here it come the flags. Here we come. Pass interference called. He just gets tripped up. I love the disagreeing that they're having inside the booth. Dang, we're getting dirty out here tonight. I'm liking this. I want to see what the weather's like in California right now. Probably complete opposite, because we're down south here in regionally. We're going east is right, west is left. We're going west. Yeah, we're going west. Gonna give it to Sean Tucker, the team's leading rusher in touchdowns. Gonna make it 3rd down and short. And the Niners are wearing the rivalries. Woo! I'm so excited, guys. So freaking excited, man. Did they do anything different with their field? Let me see here. 49ers. What? Did they change it? For nice game by chance? I would think they would. Like black end zones. Maybe? Question mark? This is their base, which is great. I love their base. I just don't know if this would be. I don't know. I don't know if they did. I don't think they are. Oh, wait. Something a little bit differently. Let's see. Are they going to do more to it or just the sides? So talking about the playoffs now, because we are in the fourth quarter. If Tampa wins, that does not mean Tampa is in. No, sorry. And that does not mean Carolina is eliminated either. Tampa needs the Falcons to win, the Falcons to lose for the Tampa to win. But if Carolina wins, it's sealed, it's shut, Carolina's in. Game over. But, like I said, if Tampa wins and Atlanta loses, Tampa's in. But if Tampa wins and Atlanta wins, Carolina's in. Because Carolina has the overall win circle in the NFC South. Round robin. They have the lead in that. They're 3-1. And they get it in, and they're going to make it 16-7. All right, and we'll be back right after this. All right, 7-16 in the fourth quarter here. Carolina hasn't done anything since the first quarter. They've been an under center play action team this whole game today, which is not surprising because it has been raining, especially that first half. Tampa's been running a lot of man coverage, and T-Mac has just been getting open. But the last time they had it, it was a big post route that called back because they called it an offensive pass interference. Young, play action, pressure immediately. Screenplay. Gonna get about 3. Second and 7. Gonna throw a screen to Dowdle. Dowdle breaking tackles. Dowdle has some room. Rico Dowdle inside the 40, inside Tampa territory. Big gang there for Mr. Rico Dowdle. A gain of 25 yards. Breaking 2 tackles on that screen, and that's what they needed here if you're Carolina. Young gonna throw the out route, caught by Leggett. Young gonna throw across the middle. Incomplete, gonna make it 3rd and short. They haven't gotten a single first down on 3rd and short. 3rd down in general, they haven't. 3rd and 5 looks like they're going to bring the pressure. Young going to take a shot in the middle. Caught by Leggett. First down at the 20-yard line, and Leggett's down immediately. He's going to get back up. Good job by Leggett getting that first down. This game's exciting. This game's coming back. You guys thought this game's over. No, sir. You got Bryce Young from Alabama Crimson Tide coming back. Funny enough, this is how Bryce Young wins a lot of his games. He's won 7-1. Flea flicker, fumble. Oh, an absolute disaster play. Trying to do trickery, and the Bucs recover it. Oh my goodness. Rico Dowdle slips because the wet rain floor. And that's a fumble. Wow. You were doing so great fundamentally. And that's just so unfortunate. Try to get a little freaky. Fumbles it. Bryce Young can't recover it. Tampa ball. That probably could have ended the game, too. If Tampa scores here, anything, that could end the game. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we are back on with just over 11 minutes to go here in this game. Bucky Irving trying to bounce it outside, a gain of 3 yards there for the Bucs. Now 10:30 to go in this game. Mayfield gonna run out right. Gonna throw it down the sideline. Caught! Tej Johnson, first down at the 50. A gain of 17 yards there for Tej Johnson and the Bucs. These guys are running almost the same exact playbook. Gonna run it to the outside. Irving. All right, I'll be back right after this. I gotta bring my doggy inside. All right, he did not want to come inside. He's just barking at some things. Freaking hate it when my doggy does that. Am I right? Am I right? 5:52 here in Missouri. Second and 9. Mayfield play action, gonna throw the screen to Cade Otten, has some blockers in front. Otten, 15 yards, nice one. Buccaneer first down off of the short, quick pass. False start, call it on the Bucks. This is blood, sweat football right here, guys. I really got to tell you that right now. Mayfield going to give it to White. Going to get about 5 there. Gonna try to get it up the middle. Gonna make it about 3rd and short. Third and 5. Seven and 12 on 3rd and 5. Mayfield gonna need a pass on a run it. Mayfield pressure. Has time. Mayfield pump faking. 3-time pump fake. Gonna throw it. Caught! It's by the sideline. It's gonna be a catch, but it's gonna be short by a yard. It's exhausting. Yeah, that's really exhausting for a defense. You don't want to go against a quarterback like Baker Mayfield. 4th and 1, and they're going to go throw the challenge flag. All right, challenge flag has been thrown. We'll be back right after this. So they actually reversed this. And I can see now why they did. And they might need to kick the field goal here. Unless they want to be aggressive. And they're going to kick the field goal here. 38. He's 3 for 3. 4th and 5. Could jinx him here. Oh, and it's blocked, and I did jinx him. Oh my goodness. The jinx is real. Wow. I love jinx in a team. That is hilarious. He would have made it too. No more freaky odd plays if you're the Panthers. I feel like you guys love my dog more than me, so he's in here now. It is officially 6 o'clock. Does the game start at 7:30? What did I have it set as? Hey, no barking. No. What do I have you on? No. Here we go. Low snap. Gonna give it to Leggett. Details. I'm starting at 6:45. So the game is at 7. It is at 7, so basically right after this game, we're going to be going to them. Bryce Young, sideline, Tommy Trimble, that's a flag! Call the flag! Oh my gosh, that's clearly out of bounds. Clearly throw that flag. Yo. He's clearly out. If that's a QB or if that's Mahomes, that's called. That's easily called a flag. So bailed. That is so bailed right there. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. Pressure comes. They're going to give it to Rico Dowdle. We got to start taking some shots out of the field. They tried doing the screen pass, but it's loss of 5. Checkdown's very costly here, especially loss. 4 minutes snapped. Young gonna take a heave. Gonna be out of bounds. Third and 15 on 3rd down. Bryce Young only has 18 passing yards in interception and only 1 first down. And 3rd and 15, honestly, I don't even know if you're thinking about the first down. You just want to get some yards. That's exactly what they're thinking here. But they're going to have to go for it here no matter what. Yep, 4th and 8. They're going to go for it. Have to have it. .330 to go here in the game. So if the Panthers can't get it, it's basically wraps. If I'm Tampa, I'd blitz. Buff blitz. Young gonna heave it. Young has the open man. McMillan cuts inside the 10 around the 6-yard line. They needed it most, and Bryce Young delivers. First down. All out pressure. McMillan on the fake corner post. Gets it around the 10 at the 6. A 40-yard reception right there. Under 2:40 to go here. First and goal. Young passing. Young needs it. Young gonna look to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 2:31 to go. And if Young puts more air under, if Young puts more pressure on that ball, that's a touchdown. Second rookie in Panthers history to get 1,000 receiving yards, and Calvin Benjamin, a former Chief, got it in 2014. So the second Panthers rookie to get 1,000 receiving yards. Calvin Benjamin did it with Cam Newton the year before they went to the Super Bowl. Young passing in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Coker with the touchdown. When they needed it most, they get it. Went on leverage, and they beat the man-on-man coverage. Carolina is still in it with under 2:30 to go, exactly 2:27, 14-16. They don't need an onside kick because they have 3 timeouts, maybe even 4 with a 2-minute warning. He's going to return it to Sean Tucker. Tucker. Remember, the field is still wet, so something could happen. And this is exactly what the Panthers needed. You know, great catch by Coker, right? But there needs to be somebody else other than McMillan to be their guy. McMillan is carrying the workload right now. It is so one-dimensional in Carolina to where it's scary. Roster-wise, this should be an absolute blowout. Absolutely, especially on the offensive side of things. Absolutely should be a blowout, and Tampa should be putting belt to that ass. But it's not because of Bryce Young and trying to keep it inside this game, and their defense is absolutely outperforming right now, and they're doing great. And they're going to spend their first time out with 2:17 to go. Hi, Mama. Best records in one-score games this year. Not the Chiefs. Broncos 11-2, Niners 5-1, and the Panthers 7-2. Third best in the National Football League this year. And that is really saying something because we're going to see the other team tonight in the San Francisco 49ers. But the Panthers absolutely have been doing great this year in one-score games. And they're in a tight one right now in Tampa, and they're going to need this game if they're going to want to win. I love you too, Mom. I love you too. But a great freaking game here in Tampa, Florida. Mayfield under center, going to give it up. A nice gain there. Going to make it 3rd and short, and they're going to call one more timeout. And that's their second to last timeout. Yeah, once again, make sure you guys watch the next game that we're going to be doing. It's going to be a doubleheader. This is just one game that we're doing, so we're theoretically halfway through. We got one more game. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the rivalry San Francisco 49ers. 3rd and 4, Mayfield. He might keep it himself. No, he's going to dump it off to K-Dot. It has some room. Past the 50, and that might be game. 20-yard reception on the dump off to K-Dot on the flat. Two-minute warning. We'll be back right after this. All right, 2-minute warning is over now, and we are back on. Yeah, exactly. I know what I'm doing here. As a good commentator, you always let the people know what time it is. Now, under 2 minutes to go here. Panthers are going to have to call their last timeout of the game. And if Tampa gets one more first down, shoot, they probably don't even need another first down. That's game. That's probably game right there. Second and 8 here. Mayfield gonna snap it up the middle. Gonna try another, choose some more clock here. Panthers have no more timeouts. That's basically a game. The next time they'll snap it will be another minute and 10. But just because Tampa is probably going to win this, that does not mean that it is over for the playoffs and Tampa clinches it. Not true. They need Atlanta to lose tomorrow if they want to clinch the NFC South. And Tampa's going to call out a timeout with a 1-1-1 on the clock. Here we go. 3rd and 6 here with 1-1-1 on the clock. Mayfield gonna hand it to Irving. Irving gonna chew it down to a minute. And now they're gonna run it down to 20 seconds. But it looks like they might keep it. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field on a 4th and short. Trying to get Carolina to jump off sides. Gonna have 24 seconds. Probably not even 24 because the punt. Right as soon as that ball is snapped, that does chew off time. So hypothetically, you might only get 2 plays. If even lucky, 2 plays. Because you got 26 seconds. It's probably going to chew it down to around 20. You're going to need some amount of luck to get this. Now, sure, you could have kicked the 3 and get it in and win that way. But that is going to be insanely hard because you're only going to have about 20 seconds. That's maybe 3 plays if all your plays are either incompletions or out of bounds. Charge timeout 30 seconds. 26. Oh, sorry. 26 seconds. Now probably going to be about 20. This is basically impossible. 16 seconds. 0 timeouts. That is the most ideal punt you can ever ask for. Absolutely. Under 20 seconds, which is more than I thought they were going to have. If Bryce Young can do this. 18 seconds. Young passing. Young going to heave in the middle. He's going to get spiked 3 seconds. You're going to have to pitch this around. This is going to be exciting. I really hope Bryce Young does not get tackled because he's going to get slammed if he does. Rico Dowdle needs to be in this play. I don't know why he's not. I'm automatically going to say Tampa's going to win. Young. He's going to throw a tip to the air. Going to do some flea flickers. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, no. And Tampa's going to recover and win the game. Tampa stays alive and wins it. That's going to be the final one here in Tampa, Florida. That is funny right there, how to end that game. So Tampa's going to sneak away with the W, and now it's all tied at 8-9 for the NFC South, and they're going to have to wait for the Seattle Saints game. Not Seattle, Atlanta and New Orleans. If New Orleans wins, Tampa is the winner of the division. If Atlanta wins, Carolina is the winner. So we're going to have to see, and it's going to be real exciting to see how this one ends up. So once again, Bryce Young, 23 for 34, 254, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He definitely tried clutching up that at the end, man. He did a great fourth quarter. I wouldn't say it's necessarily on him. That flea flicker was really dumb coaching call. Baker Mayfield, 16 for 22, 203 passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Bucky Irving, 26 for 85 yards. Absolute workhorse. And Baker Mayfield, 4 for 31. And that's going to have to wrap it up for this first game. Make sure you guys stay tuned for our very next game, which is going to be Seattle versus the San Francisco 49ers. I'm so excited for that game. Rivalry uniforms for the 49ers. And once again, it's your boy Nash. And I got a dash, and I'll see you guys in the very next one. Peace.